that backstage, man, that dude went crazy back there. He must thought we was gonna lose our mind. He didn't know we ain't the real Black Power.
I know.
You gotta find the real Black Power dude so that you can be real mad like that.
Right,
That part,
right.
I want everybody to eat.
I try to come over like,
You gotta use it. Plus, you gotta use something different. You gotta have another word. You can't be using that old. That's too old. We done heard that too many times to be getting mad.
I know. You can't just come up here and say the N word and get niggas mad no more like
Yeah, that ain't.
Shit, if I got it in my name,
That.
if I got it, if I got it in my motherfucking name, what makes you think you saying the N word to me gonna make me motherfucking jump or give you the response that you're looking for? I put it in my name on purpose. I'm calling myself one, motherfucker.
From the stream
I'm
I
a
watched this morning, I think that nigga is drunk. Cause all them motherfuckers was drunk. That was a drunk crew.
that.
Them niggas was slurring like a motherfucker, all up.
a lot of these niggas be drinking all day under the influence.
Not 7 o'clock. Is it 7 o'clock?
Functioning alcoholics, that's what they call it.
No, it's not 7 o'clock. It is.
Oh, these niggas don't drink and they was playing like they was drunk. These niggas got a hell of an acting career, I'm telling you.
See, look, I ain't that invested in trying to play games, playing like I'm fucked up. Bitch. I'm gonna get fucked up. I'm gonna get fucked up. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. They keep wild for the fake getting fucked up. So, it look like a nigga smoking a cigarette, but he trying to play like he smoking a blunt. Yeah, the fuck? We know that's a cigarette.
Man, come on, Negro. You know.
I'm just saying, niggas smoke a whole cigar and be like, yo, I'm smoking on that loud. Nigga, you just motherfucker crack the Swisher Sweet out the pack, bitch, and you ain't even bust it open or nothing. You just lit that hoe. Nigga, I don't got pre-roll Swisher Sweets. But hell nah. Let me start.
Pre-rolls. I
It did. It
I like
did.
I
It
like
did.
the
That's another thing. That's another thing, bro.
what happened.
Bro, I ain't smoking no motherfucking pre-roll. Pre-roll. I want to see that shit roll, bitch. Fuck
Oh
all
yeah,
that, bitch. You could tell me anything in that motherfucker,
I
bro.
just think they cut it. They cut that shit way too fine for me, bro. You know, what I mean? They be cutting the shit out of that. I'm like, bro, I like my shit cut up a certain type of way. The only person that cuts my shit perfect is my girl. That's it. Like she cuts it perfect because, like, I'll give her like a 20 bag and she'll cut that shit and I'll get like you know what I mean? Maybe 3 blunts up. You see what I'm saying, right? Like she cuts it perfect. You see what I'm saying, Negro? She cuts it good.
Right.
And
Yeah. Everybody don't break it down the same way, and
with,
everybody don't like to smoke it the
yeah,
same way. You feel me?
with them now, they cut it so fine, bro. That pre-roll, when you pull that shit in your mouth, some of that weed be going in your back in your tongue. I don't like the way they do it. That's way too. I mean, the weed.
They damn near making it in the key. The
Yeah,
fuck,
that
like
weed.
the fuck,
That,
like bitch. Why the
yeah,
fuck you making this shit in the dust, nigga? I'm trying to, you
yeah,
feel me?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Curry, curry right. Yeah, that shit right there be have me like tripping. Yeah, but that's my only thing with it. It's good weed, but it's just that the weed is cut up way too fine, bro. That's why I rather buy that shit and then cut it myself. You know what I mean? And for me, you can't really too roll like like we're together now. Yeah, we gonna roll the shit, but like you said, I'm saying, nigga, for a dispensaries to roll your shit and give it to you is kind of like.
Yeah, and then you gonna make me pay extra for some shit I already rolled up? Nah, nigga, if I'm gonna pay all this, I need to roll this shit myself. Fuck
Why you
all
should
that.
buy that shit from them? Because if you check it out, they be trying to trick you, make the blunt make it look big, but when you go down, it's like a fucking big ass filter rolled up and a fucking you know what I mean pre roll. They be slick, bro. They be slick. I'm telling you, they do that. You know I'm not lying. They do that shit. They have
That's why I rather just get the flower. Fuck all that. You're
this.
not gonna hit me with an optical illusion.
Right.
Like I don't understand how niggas is getting motherfucking how you got onto the plug in 2025. Like, bro, I gotta inspect that shit. Y'all really ain't connoisseurs like that. If you getting got by the plug, you feel me?
Right.
You feel me? You supposed to really look at your shit, bro, before you even spend $1. But
Right.
to each his own.
Yeah, that is man. You're lying, bro.
Yeah, bro. How many stories you hear about niggas getting got by the plug, yo? All the time. Hey, what's up with your boy Trey Songz, man?
Oh, what's up with him? I just seen some. I didn't see. I seen popped up on my
Yeah,
news
man.
20 minutes ago. I didn't
Your
look at.
boy had ain't wanna go home or something, you feel me? Fucking
He,
up the club.
he walked the club now.
He fucked up the club and fucked around. I think, man, shit, bro. That nigga went to New York and got arrested, bitch, with that bullshit. Ain't want to go home or something. Club closed at 4. This nigga done fuck around and did some damage to the hookah lounge.
That's how I'm trying to tell people. Like, and that's the next thing too, right? Here we go. People think because they got money. You see, we're in an era, right? People don't care who you are. If
A
you're not,
bitch don't give a fuck, bro. A bitch want to go home, bro.
yeah.
Just imagine,
If you
bro.
got money, if you got money, people don't care. Once they shift is up,
Hell
you know
yeah,
what
a
I mean?
bitch trying
They
to
worry.
go home. A
They
bitch trying
trying
to
to go
go
home.
home.
It's not
Bitch
like
trying to
that.
get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck all
You know,
that
like
shit,
back in
bro.
the days when people like, but that's Usher out there. That's Michael Jackson. That's R. Kelly. No. Today era, they're like, fuck that. We don't care who's out there. We got paid. We got a bag. All right, we're going home now. You know what I mean? That's how the
That
era.
part.
That's it. They get the money. They don't care what time. No, we're not staying. Can you? No.
Yeah.
No. That's you know what I mean. No. People need to understand, and that goes to the street too. Everybody got their own shit, and it's not like before when you know what I mean. That person had that like you know what I mean. The streets is different. Everybody had the same shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The young niggas are the plugs. No, it's crazy. Niggas, you know what I mean? Niggas in their 15, 16 years. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, like, it's like that. Nobody really care what you have. So Trey Songz, now him doing that, he's got to understand, like, yo, dude, you're not in, you know what I mean, 2001, where you could just go anywhere and then be like, oh, that's a Trey Songz. We could stay whatever. You know what I mean? We'll stay here. You're not in that era no more, dude. You're in an era where once these people get their bag that's working there, it doesn't matter if it's young, you know what I mean, old, whatever. They out of there. They don't want you to stay and waste their time keeping there and don't want to leave. They make sure the police escort you. You know what I mean? They gonna people are not. It doesn't matter who you with. You know what I mean? You might ride on the street with a car that nobody's seen, and nobody really give a fuck like that. Back in the days, the kids used to be like, "Wow, look at that car driving on the street." You know what I'm saying? The kids they got their own shit.
Yeah, they don't even care no more. Like that
No one
shit
cares
ain't doing
about
that.
it like
If it
that.
ain't doing nothing to me, if it ain't
You know
doing
what I
nothing
mean?
for me or my pockets, fuck that
Yeah.
shit. You
No one
feel
really
me? And
cares.
then you gotta think about it. Them motherfuckers was working all damn night. Shit, the shit about the clothes, dude, they trying to get the fuck out of there so they can go ahead and rest up for the next shit. You know they gotta be right back. The hell? Just saying, like, motherfuckers be selfish than the bitch, like, oh, I'm nah, you gotta be considerate and thankful about other motherfuckers, bro. You feel me? Like, if that nigga would have left, then, you feel me, and wouldn't have caused all that damage, then you probably wouldn't have been, you feel me, in the predicament. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I see that boy Bobby Shmurda got locked up. That shit. I mean, you said the man owed money, so that's what come with it. You feel me?
Yeah. Real though.
You gotta pay that tab. Gotta
People
pay that tab.
people not gonna put up with you because you got money.
Bitch don't give a fuck about no. Oh, my name is this. Nah, nigga don't care
Yeah,
about that.
our
It's by COD. It's COD. And we might give you a pass the first time,
right.
but bitch, when you come back around, you
Mhm.
double back, bitch. You better
Yeah,
have all that, and you feel me, or it's gonna be a problem.
yeah. They don't. People don't
Period.
care. Only thing people care about. Only thing these people them care about. They don't care. They only care about if you're getting all the views. You see that? Y'all see how they replace? They replace Kai Cenat with Agent Zero.
You see how they replace
Right.
Ebro. You see how they
Right.
replace Ebro. Yeah, you
Right.
see how they replace. You see how they replace Ebro
Yeah,
from
I'm
Hot 97. Yeah, bitch, they finna
yeah,
do. They revamped everything. Yeah,
yeah, bro. Everything, bro. Everything. They don't care.
and
People don't care no
hey,
more.
and now
If
and now and
you're
now
not funny,
Ebro and,
if you're
and
not
now
funny
Ebro
enough
on
to
and
use
now
or
Ebro on YouTube.
yeah, you're not
You
a
feel
famous
me?
you're not a famous social media influencer. People don't care, bro. They don't care if you got the money or you're rich. If you're not on TV and you're not famous, they don't care. You see what I'm saying? If you're famous now, if you're like that, they'll be like, oh, such and such, da da da. Even then, they might have a conversation with you, but guess what? There might be somebody that's going to, you see what I'm saying? Thing you. You know what I mean? They go what do you call it? They go try to get up on you because that's how today era is. You know what I mean? They don't really care like that. So Trey Songz doing that, if that's what he did was kind of bogus. But, yo, we in an era. People don't give a fuck. They want to go home, bro. You know what I mean? They don't want you to stay there wasting their time, keeping them holding them up because you got some type of famous. You think they're gonna ever? You think they want a late night Diddy party like that again? No. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got to get out of there too because next thing you know, you're there.
Not a Diddy party. It is
Yeah.
a Diddy party, man.
Nobody,
Why you
nobody
had
I'm
to
just
put
saying.
Diddy in it, man? Why you had to put Diddy in it? Cause why you couldn't
I'm
just
just saying. 4 o'clock in the morning, you late, eh? You know what I mean? People getting scared.
yeah,
People
yeah,
getting
they terrified. They scared. Hey, bro, you stupid, bro. You dumb as fuck for that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
You funny for
people,
that one. I'm about Diddy, bro. Hell
people are
no.
scared to stay
Hey,
out
but
late.
hold on. Pause.
Yeah.
Let's pause right there. Wasn't he at the Diddy fight? Hold on. Nah, let's go. Nah, let's go. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go.
Just saying. You know, it's like that. Y'all. Happening out there. You know, we don't want, and people didn't want to, they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? They don't know. And remember, you know what I mean? Trey Songz, he be doing freaky stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he be strong arming. He be strong arming females for the kitty.
Well, and I think it's a good thing for him to get up out of there because, boy, you don't want to be up in there and then they'd be like, well, you was, that's like an allegation. So you in the club that late, nigga, move. Ain't nobody want to be no witness to no allegations. Get out of here. Let's keep it moving. So, man,
His ass fuck around. It
right.
is
Yeah,
what it is.
I,
Man.
yeah, it's it's bad out here, boy. It's bad. You know what I mean? You got Ray J telling Lion Diddy. It's bad. And I never did Ray. The reason why I never talked about Ray J and Diddy because I know Ray J is lying. He's just always trying to be up. As I said, the algorithm, Diddy. You know what I mean? And and New York right now. If you in New York, the algorithm is gonna work in your favor. You know, you just got to make sure you don't have no bugs or no anything in the background where you playing with some shit like always reporting. That's why I never report because report's not good. You know, report slow down your channel. A lot of people don't know that. They tell you to report to them, but you know what I mean? They don't want you to slow down their algorithm. You see what I'm saying? They don't, you know what I mean?
Oh, like doing the damn clicking
Right.
all the buttons trying to tell them what happened and shit. That's bullshit.
Yeah. So y'all stop the reporting, y'all. I'm telling y'all that slows on your channel and your algorithm. Don't let these people tell you to report. No. Let the other people them do it. I say if you notice the people that are reporting, they could never get up. can't be doing that. And if you're gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Don't post content. Don't post content. You know what I mean? Because that's definitely gonna mess with your channel. That's why I let people do the other people do the other stuff. I don't do nothing with it. You know what I mean? Real talk. But yeah, it's wild out here. A lot of stuff happened. You know, the Jewish community, every other Jewish community. I'm looking at the TV right now. Jewish community in the U.S. They doing this. Jewish community in Canada. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's good. Take their ass where they need to go. Go. Go do that.
A lot of, you know, and I'm not saying that mass shooting should happen, but I'm happy it never happened. But I think it's crazy that a mass shooting happened and 2 days after that happened. It's like it's almost like a message on El Negro. Like, you know, like, oh, we gonna do this on this day and y'all gonna do this on this day. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's crazy if you check it out. That's why you see all that. That's why you see the whole thing was happening, right? Why the people coming here and calling us the N-word. Because their community is shooting up each other. You see what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, let them crash out on each other. Shit,
That's
let
why
them crash out on each other.
start calling us the N-word and all that, because their community is trying to kill each other. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why they try to do that, trying to break our spirit, bro. That's how, you know what I mean? Not us. We don't do stupidness like that. You know what I mean? I just think that's how I'm saying. Y'all be doing that because y'all be giving all them Indian people all these rights and giving them all this stuff. And then, you know what I mean, then be turning on y'all. And y'all know them Indian people, they believe in ISIS. How y'all gonna give them like certain things, but y'all be hating them? You know what I mean? Y'all crazy, y'all backwards.
Hey, they say that the ISIS had took out that interpreter dude over there in Syria.
Yeah?
Yeah, they talking about they finna retaliate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said, there's a lot of
There's a hella man, there's so much shit going on right now.
shit going on right now. You know, you
Too much shit, bro.
wouldn't believe the shit that's going on in the world. It's just crazy. Absolutely wild. Can't lie. Fights. Girls are like, you know what I mean? Like, as I said, the female era of violence has been crazy. Has been crazy when it comes to like, you know, beefing and stuff with other females. Everybody just quick to fight. Yeah, but man, the shootings and stuff. Oh, you just gotta really like, man, they really trying to cut down on the holidays for real. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like they keep saying, "Oh, we're not in a darker time though, because everything is so colorful and da da da." And that's what are you talking about? What is y'all people talking about? A dark time. People are doing crazy shit. Even though people are gonna say, "Well, we've seen this before in certain things," but yeah, like yeah,
Not at this magnitude.
yeah, it's some different crazy ass stuff. We got some crazy stuff going on. You know, madness, madness. It's crazy out here. So I say, Kashawn Rock, though, she shouldn't drop her location. You know, she should have just, uh, couldn't, you know, move with the same energy and keep it moving. Cause you don't want to be locked up next. You be the one in there trying to like, how do I get out of this situation? I don't think that should happen. Well, you know, once again, if you're a rapper and you're supposed to show at these shows, like what Nigo was saying, you rappers are working off their debt. You know, a lot of people working off their debt.
Shit, I heard Blueface in a hole a couple mil.
Or yeah, crazy, isn't it? Isn't it crazy?
Nah, I believe it. 'Cause all that shit was advanced.
That is fucking. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he ain't making money like he was, or like he was supposed to have. I don't know how. Oh, this is an important game too, you know. It's fucking Dolphin and Pittsburgh. I don't like none of them niggas. And my bad. I like Aaron Rodgers. I don't know, but yeah, yo, let's talk. Hey, Rice, I told you the Chiefs wasn't gonna make it. Rice, I was the first person that told you the Chiefs.
Patrick Mahomes fucked up his goddamn ACL in his leg and his knee.
I still think Baltimore don't got a chance either.
Hey, that boy said he thinking about surgery.
Yeah, bro. His knee, he's not gonna come back the same next year, bro.
Yeah, I think he's at his peak. This is peak, bro. This is peak, bro. He done.
You know.
Like he probably. Oh yeah. What about
what's gonna make it here because I watched the Chiefs. I've been watching football for a long time. I watched them, how they play, how they come back, how they, it's just that for the last 2 years the defense hasn't been the same. When they won the back-to-back championship, their defense was the best in the NFL. And their offense. But I know they wasn't gonna make it. People say, "Oh, Baltimore's gonna make it." Baltimore is my team, but I still think that they're not gonna make it. I think Pittsburgh might boot them out.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
You said I'm saying though, right?
What happened?
I said but remember I told you the Chiefs wasn't gonna make it, and you said
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I still think Baltimore are gonna make it though, even though Baltimore won that game yesterday. And that was the best game I've seen Lamar Jackson played since the first game he played when he got injured. You see what I'm saying? Like, he run the ball good. He wasn't struggling to make the runs. He was just making runs. Like, he knew where he wanted to go. Like, he wasn't running into traffic like he was the last. Like, it's like he was forcing the runs. So that was a good game for me yesterday. 0. 24-0. I was like, yes. We got a chance, but as long as we're not in no wild card with no Chiefs, I'm good. I don't mind being in a wild card with nobody else, but I can't be in a wild card with the Chiefs. But the odds are gonna go for the Chiefs. Whoever bet on the Chiefs yesterday, all I know, lost a lot of money.
Nah, the Chiefs wasn't picked to win that game.
Huh?
The Chiefs wasn't picked to win that game.
Oh, they wasn't?
Mm-mm. The Broncos wasn't picked to win that game, but we won. We heard everybody on the field. They ain't got no more players left for the playoffs.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's how we do it. Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
They took Micah Parsons out his knee. Bo Nix did. He ain't even get touched. He just got shook. Bo Nix put a move on him. Now his knee is broke.
Yeah. Crazy. But I just think it's crazy. Nobody could beat, you know what, right? Nobody could beat Buffalo in the cold, yo. Nobody could beat Buffalo in the cold. Nobody could beat Buffalo. When it comes to that snow game, or wherever, and it's cold,
I'm glad.
Nobody could beat Buffalo.
I'm glad. They was up on Buffalo, too. I don't know how they dropped that ball.
I was like, yeah, yo, y'all gonna win, yo. The motherfucker then that Buffalo came back. I was like, wow.
But I was happy. Go Buffalo. That's all I could say.
Wow. This team.
One more win, and we solidify. We ain't got to.
And you gotta understand, though, dude, not like, even he playing with some type of, but I think the healthiest team might be your team, right? You know what I mean?
One more win in the Broncos, we there. And with the way everybody done bought into the system, even the guys on the practice squad, we had a guy come from the practice squad score yesterday.
That, you know what I mean? When I seen Patrick went down, I'm like, yo, Patrick went down on that knee. He should have took some time off when he went down on that knee in the first of the year when he went on that knee. I'm like, you see? And that knee been bugging him since the playoff last year. If people don't remember. You know what I mean? That knee is one of the real main reasons. You know what I mean? Why it failed.
At the beginning of the day, I was like, God, dog, the Patriots done pulled it out.
Yeah.
We got to win today. The
Um,
middle of the day, I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Buffalo done came back.
Yeah.
Okay, we want to win today, but we don't have to.
The Eagles zeroed the team up yesterday too. Right?
Huh?
The Eagles they beat Raiders like what 30-something to 0.
I'm not for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Baltimore played good.
I'm not for sure. I believe they won though. But we came out kind of flat. Second half, I say if we hang around to the fourth quarter, they're gonna need some more firepower. I said if the Broncos, they let the Broncos hang around to the fourth quarter with the score, they're gonna need some more firepower because they finna be tired. And that's what happened. Both coaches ran their defenses in the ground.
Right.
And our defense was tougher than their offense, so they all hurt.
Yeah,
their running back hurt. Their receivers hurt.
They played a complete game yesterday. Y'all played good, as I said, and the reason why y'all playing like that and that's what makes y'all, because everybody, they got a go-to guy on their team. Anybody could do whatever. You know?
I didn't think we was gonna get a sack, and there was 3 or 4 in the fourth quarter. 3 or 4 at the last drives.
Right.
I said they'll get to him. These boys going to grind it out. And then Courtland Sutton was all over down the field.
Right.
Just sitting in that zone. I said, oh, it's on.
He played Mahomes played to the end though, I can't lie.
Huh?
I said Mahomes, he played to the end. Like the way he went out and just being like walked out of an injury, you know what I mean? That was a real injury. Like you could tell that he knew his leg was fucked up, but he played anyway.
Oh yeah, they do that all the time. Well, they don't wear their pads right anyway, so they don't wear their knee pads on their knee. Your knee probably gonna get hurt.
Right.
You get hit on it. That's why you got your pad.
That means that those guys are.
I was okay with them losing because I'm ready to see who I might play in the playoffs. Look like we might have to see Dago again. That's who I don't want to see.
Who?
San Diego, LA, the Chargers.
Those guys won last night.
I don't want to see the Chargers, and I don't want to see Houston.
Those guys won last night, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a Chiefs game. What game was that? Was that a Chiefs game? Who were they playing? Was it Lions? You know what game? Yeah, that touchdown. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that touchdown. So let me talk about. I have to talk about this touchdown because they took away a touchdown from us. What last Sunday, Baltimore, right? When they gave the
Yeah.
Chargers a touchdown last night, that I think
Mhm.
from them, that was not a touchdown. You know, I don't get the NFL. You know, there's a full drop ball, but we're gonna call it a touchdown. But we have a man that's running in the end zone with 2 foot down. And just because, and he has 2 foot down, which is the rule, but he drops the ball, accidentally drops it, but that's not a touchdown. Oh my God, y'all be picking who y'all want to put in there, bro. I swear to God, right? That like I'm like that was not a touchdown, right? And that took the whole momentum out of those guys. Like you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They never called the game right. You go look on that replay, right? That was not a touchdown. That was not a touchdown. I saw that replay. The ball dropped. But whatever.
And this Miami gets Pittsburgh tonight.
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
Miami.
Pittsburgh gonna run through these boys.
I need Miami to win tonight, though. I need them to win tonight. They gotta win. They gotta pull this off from me. That means to move us up in the rankings. Because if Pittsburgh wins tonight, this might eliminate us out of the playoff.
Oh yeah. Pittsburgh got something though.
That for me, that's good for what's his name too. I'm not hating on Aaron Rodgers. That's good for him too. I can't lie because it makes the Jets look stupid. Makes them look dumb.
Philip Rivers had a good game coming back at 44.
Yeah.
The quarterback's mad because they didn't call them, but the way y'all respond to it is the reason why they didn't call y'all.
Those guys had good offense.
See, if they'd have called y'all back like Cam, if they'd have called you back, partner,
Right.
if they'd have called Cam Newton back, that ego, that chip you got on your shoulder, it'd have still been there. They trying to do something for the team right now.
Oh, you think Cam Newton could still play?
Oh yeah. I think Cam the best quarterback still. I'm sure I believe Cam better than a lot of these Georgia quarterbacks that's playing right now.
Why he don't play no more?
His ego. Like a lot of players, their ego get the best of them. They really don't be washed up. I understood the plight. Like I told everybody, I understand the plight when you got police brutality, but the football field ain't where you discuss it. You don't bring politics in the sport. Colin Kaepernick, I think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
But time and place, partner, time and place.
Right, exactly.
And,
Making, millions with the government.
and when the people that's running it, you already clearly know they don't like for you to have a voice.
Government pays millions of dollars.
You have to talk when you don't mess with them no more.
Right.
Jim Brown told you that. You can't walk into a job and tell them they racist. You can't tell the truth. That's why I said anybody that get to the top, if you get in the White House or something, any politician, you ain't get there by being non-complicit. When they give you a platform to make everybody mad at each other, that's easy.
Right. Man. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying, Chef?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
But them people are complicit. That's why they get rid of everybody. I don't care who it is.
Right.
They all ought to go to jail.
All of them.
But money is the order. I didn't know. I didn't know that the United States could sanction the world courts. I was like, whoa,
They could what?
sanction the world courts.
United States is powerful, guys.
But the world courts don't care. Man, I'm gonna tell you, Chef, we living in a day and age, this the golden time of age, man, where we're gonna see something. But I don't know whether it's gonna be good or bad. I just know it's gonna be something. Because you got spiritual war and the time stamp, and then you got physical war and the time stamp, and people can't differentiate either one. But we're about to step in the age, man. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be different. This gonna be a world stage.
A lot of crazy shit going on. So you're saying that the world courts can't tell U.S. what to do? All right.
Yeah, the guys who want to run our shit, Chef, they dead already. When I say the guys who want to run our shit, I'm talking about like the guys who want to run the United States. Um, Elon Musk, them, they got a lot of money and influence, but they dead already, and the rest of the world knows that.
Real.
They already defeated them. So they just know exactly where they located at now, and that's here. But even Bannon said, man, if we lose the midterms, we going to jail because they breaking the law blatantly. But it's gonna be something to watch. And in a little while, a lot of these people that we talking about, especially in the entertainment industry, they gonna be in some mess, real big mess.
Some of them are already in big mess.
Like I think Warner Brothers sold to Netflix or somebody.
Yeah, Netflix. Remember who was talking about it last time? Netflix.
And my wife was just complaining. She was all pissed off. Because you gotta buy too many channels nowadays. Every time you turn around, she want to watch something and it's moved to another channel. She gotta buy another streaming. So
it's true. It's true.
She's like, I don't want Peacock. I don't want all them. Can't I just get? And I was like,
yeah, because
I don't want to pay for YouTube TV because YouTube TV don't work the way I thought it was gonna work. Like,
all right, they give you what they want. You hear me? They give you what, and trust me, your wife right, because listen to this. You already paying for something. Now you're gonna have to pay for it again, moving over here.
Yeah, she don't want.
You know what I mean? That's stupid. That's what I was saying. It's like Netflix trying to buy out what they want people to. They kind of control what people. Whoever is running that is whoever is the boss, the Netflix CEO or whatever he is. He doesn't want.
Check that out. You see that?
Yeah.
That's two different flavors in one. I can do it just the lemonade. I can do it with the Texas tea.
Right.
or I can do it with both of them at the same time.
Okay.
I don't know. My girl got me. She been. These are little Christmas presents that people that we both know been sending me here lately. But because I don't really be around the service industry people like that. But we had a friend pass, and that's messed up because me and she was just talking to me. She said, "Oh my gosh, I heard about what happened. I haven't seen you." And then my girl, I was like, my girl had just when I told my girl I saw her, and my girl went bad because my girl was like, "I did this and did that," and she didn't even show up. So she was mad at her. And the girl done passed, and they think it's some foul play involved and everything. I was like, oh man. My girl was like, oh, she passed, and I was mad at her.
Yeah,
But she was crying.
yeah,
Huh?
yeah. That's the crazy part. That's why you always can't be mad at everybody. You know. I don't know how that works.
That's what we learned.
Hmm.
Let's start forgiving people because man, people are passing. You be like, golly.
We're in a time right now. I'm telling you, right? It's crazy. That's why people say, "Oh, it's not that dark." It's dark as fuck.
And I knew it was messed up. However, she passed just because the post I saw on Facebook was R.I.P. homegirl. It ain't for me to say what happened. And I was like, you messy as motherfucker. You didn't even have to say all that shit. You just trying to tell somebody it was something happened that wasn't cool or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could have left that shit out, man. Like for real.
That is,
You know what I'm saying, Chef?
yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, man, that happens. People that you around you next thing you know, bam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something happened with them. So, and it's like what you said. Next minute you're here, especially at this time right now. And that's everybody. At one point, people are like, nah, now the young people are going faster than the old people.
Yep.
I mean, that's the crazy part.
And I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This is like a cleansing of the earth or something. I don't know exactly what's going on, what's happening, but
Wow,
man,
wow. The time now is different. Trust me, it is definitely different. Weird. We got. I just think it's crazy. Like we're in the December, and then all this stuff happened. Like
yeah,
mass shootings in this in December. That stuff is not. It's a symbol. Like these people are out there or whatever they're trying to do. I don't understand. The next minute they want to do something. Next minute they don't want to do it. It doesn't make
for
no sense.
real.
It's crazy. Crazy.
Golly.
This shit is wild, right? Very wild. Very wild. But yeah, the playoff is in February, right? For the NFL. The NFL.
Yep.
Yeah, so we gonna be very interesting. As I said, most likely Pittsburgh probably gonna win this game tonight.
Right.
It's set up a way like it's crazy. Crazy. Anybody could win the Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. This is a perfect year. This is a perfect year.
Yeah, everybody talks about Denver and the Rams, but let's wait. Let's wait on that. I mean, our defense is lit. I was so proud yesterday.
Yeah.
My son and my girl was like, they jaw was on the ground because they couldn't see it. Let me put it like that. They couldn't see it like that. They was like, man, your defense is hitting hard. Yeah, we hurting everybody. Everybody running back got hurt. I said, oh, they in trouble. So it's just a matter of time. Then the receivers didn't want to catch the ball over the middle no more. I said, yeah,
Yeah.
you can just keep scoring. And we kept scoring.
Was it cold? It could have been too cold. It could have been cold out there too yesterday. I know it was cold.
Yep. But that boy Bo Nix put on, uh, old boy Dallas gave the Green Bay this year. Yeah, Michael Parsons.
Mm.
Yeah, he out for the season. He done. That's why I say he put a move on here. That was a career end.
Mm.
And that's the thing. The boy can run, so they can't back up off of him. Dang, should I put Darren Waller?
Okay. Man, oh man. But it's gonna be pretty interesting though.
It is. It's gonna be. We gonna see who's the quarterback tonight.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. I don't know who the next dude is. I don't know who I don't know who think quarterback.
Tag and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Tomorrow we're doing that. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
I need another win. I need me another win, so I'm picking me a lineup.
Okay, here, get to me. I'll take it. Here. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is pretty good. I said, damn, Aaron Rodgers still doing this?
Yeah.
He's still doing this? I'm like, yeah. You know, he is definitely, I said one of my all-time, even though he didn't win a Super Bowl championship, Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback too. I mean, he got ripped off by Tom Brady and the Patriots at one time with a ball.
Right.
Football. That's when they was split. If the Patriots never won that, they would have won that year. I can't forget that year, bro. Can't forget. It was in the barbershop. I had a bet on that shit. That's crazy. Next thing you know, that's why I don't do certain things. You know what I mean? Little situations like that. When I see that happen, and he only got 2-game suspension. Roland Jules, Tom Brady only got 2. Make him any motherfucker with a yo, man. But whatever. Whatever. But Aaron Rodgers, I respect him as a quarterback. He always makes a team better anywhere he goes. That's why I was shocked with the Jets. Like, what happened last year? What were you guys trying to do? Was you guys trying to because he went and beat up Lamar Jackson and them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know we got to pay Pittsburgh again. I know Lamar and them got to pay Pittsburgh again. Because, after this, if they beat who they playing tonight? Who they got playing again? You said the Dolphins. If they beat the Fins tonight, we still got to pay them. I mean, sorry, play them again. I think we got one more game with them. But I think as a quarterback, he did a way better job than Russell did with those guys. It's just the team is like, it just plays like they play like a team that's hungry, that wants to play for something. those guys were, when Russell was playing with those guys in Pittsburgh, yeah, you know, when you have a vet on your team that's seen it all, you know what I mean? I've been certain, but I can't, you know, they're the same, but Aaron Rodgers is better than him.
Hold on, Chef. I think my girl is back shopping. I got to get these groceries.
The only thing, y'all, is, you know, is what happened to Aaron Rodgers is he got blackballed when he's like, oh, he don't want to take the job because it slows you down. And after he said that, and that team was in team was in first place. And you know, that team was in first place. And you know, right after he said that, the team, they went on the playoff. They got the playoff so quick. That was the first team I ever seen got all the playoff after he said that. That's why I respect Aaron Rodgers. To me, he's like a Kyrie Irving of the game. He's crazy. You know what I mean? He says some crazy stuff. But, you know, that's why you believe. Obviously, those guys are not going to make him look like that. But when Kyrie Irving was saying the crazy shit, he said the crazy shit too. You know, when Kyrie Irving didn't want to take the jab, he was saying that, oh, don't take the jab because it slows you down. Crazy. Crazy. Man, oh man. Oh man, as much as I like him, though, I don't want him to win tonight. I need them to lose. I'm not betting. This is just for the love of the game. I'm not betting. I got no bets. I got no money. I just right now why I want them to lose. Because I want my team to get in. I want Baltimore to get in. So they need to lose tonight. I need them to lose so we can go. And then, you know, it's always between us and them that's fighting for that spot. Always Pittsburgh and Baltimore that's fighting for that spot. Always fighting. It's either not to be the NFC champion or whatever, to be the champion, wherever they're at, or the leader of that you know, that group. But always them two. And I think it's going to be them battling it out for the wild card game. You see what I'm saying? I think they're going to be battling up for the wild card game. You know, the wild card battle will be Chiefs. I didn't know Patrick Mahomes was going to get injured. I was shocked. But I thought that wild card would have been the Chiefs and Baltimore battling for it, but it's going to look like it's going to be Pittsburgh and Baltimore fighting for that, you know, wild card spot. And if they do get both, you know, they do play for that, you know, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, but, you know, I just hope Lamar is ready. You know what I mean? And the Raven defense, oh my God. They looked good yesterday. I mean, Cincinnati defense was good. The Ravens defense also looked like a defense. You know what I mean? If I guess they got their guys, you know, their guys back, and you know, guys are coming off injury. That's crazy. You see what NFL is though? You see what NFL is? Yo, NFL, like the NFL take you like what, 6 months to come off one injury? Yo, and the NBA, like they're freezing that leg up. They got you back like a month later on the court. You know what I mean? As I said, I'm finding out that the NFL takes better care of their products than the NBA. And they control them as much as how the NBA trolls the hell out of the players. You know what I mean? I'm thinking you got a lot of niggas around there. They don't know how to behave. You cannot put so much black person.
Hold on, Chef. I'm just gonna mute my mic. I'm listening.
All right.
Christmas, man. It's just Christmas.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. I think the NFL though takes better, responsibly with their product, like their players. Like they'll talk about them, but they don't really like the NBA. Go, man, the way they do their players or their product. They, you know what I mean? I mean, if I was Anderson Silva, I said, man, y'all gotta slow your tone down on the player. Because the NFL, they will check if you're a commentator and you talk, they will check you like slow down on that player, or slow down on that team. So we need to start checking Stephen A. That's why, when you're doing these type of stuff. If he really can't, like, he will blast a player, but he can't really go to extend like what he do in the NBA. The NBA, he does whatever he wants. When it comes to the NFL, they're letting know, like, listen, Grasky, you gotta chill out with that. You say you 1, 2 words and you're good. You gotta chill out with that. Yeah. You gotta chill out. Holy. We never thought the best team last year, the best team in the East of Detroit. Last year, the best team in the East was Cleveland. What happened to them? Stop this. Stop this. Same dude that used to coach Cleveland. Same dude that used to coach Cleveland is the same dude that's coaching this team. Stop. I gotta stop. I gotta stop people. Yeah, everybody getting beat up. Everybody getting into a fight. Now, like what I said earlier on, like the promoters are setting up the rappers, the drill rappers now. Because they got personal vendetta, personal beef with them. So, and a Bobby's murder for if you owe money, nigga, and you owe past money, because that's what they do. They come to the shows, they do like 5 minutes, and then they go do certain things. They do higher pills, but they kind of finish the show. And I mean, you really can't blame the promoter, because really, if you want that, I don't care what you want. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You want to just come for 5 minutes, and I give you more than that. So you gotta, these people that be on the drugs. So yeah, I'm saying if you ganging, and usually niggas that are serious in the gang, they got their squad, they got their 4 or 5 niggas. That's why when you see a lot of these rappers, when they don't have nobody and everybody that's around them that get locked up, they don't really show up in the public eye. They kind of go chill out and they go drop an album when they know their man's album is coming out. So a lot of niggas in the streets, crazy. Should be living out there.
What thing are you talking about?
I'm
crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. It'd be wild. A lot of wild stuff out here. A lot of crazy stuff. But if you owe money to these promoters, just remember that. You act tough, but they will set you up. They will set you up, man. They will get you smacked up, man. You hit yourself. I'm trying to. Sometimes I think really people don't really, because if you just gonna go on, certain, if you're gonna just go on and talk tough, and all that other crazy shit, just remember this: there's other niggas in the back that's watching. I want to be tough. I want to show you that, hey, I like shit you talking, nigga. You crazy. That's I'm tougher than you. And these promoters, as I said, they do the most. They do the most. They do the most. And that shit looked like it was some type of a local bar or something, or whatever that was. But listen, I don't know what's going on. I thought it was only, for him to be still doing all that. He ain't dropped no song that's really popping, because the era when he came out, I'm like, yeah, he could have acted like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta like switch up. You gotta adapt to the flow of the new era flow. Talented as a motherfucker, but you gotta be something like the new era flow. That where it was at, that crowd right there. It's not a crowd where it's not like, all right, you're gonna say some shit and threaten these young niggas. Niggas gonna laugh and be like, well, no, they're gonna be like, what? I mean, smack the fuck out of dude. Yeah. The streets is, yeah, man. You can't just show up and do whatever you want. You can't just show up and do whatever you want, no, man. You cannot do that. I'm sorry. You cannot show up and act. People don't care. You get your money, they get their money. They don't want to be punked, no matter who you is. You know what I mean? And this is what the new era is, where you're not really gonna. And I think this is what's going on with a lot of stuff with the shooting and certain stuff with certain friends, right, young kids, because we need to understand in that when the era, if you're someone's friend, they don't care what you whatever you be the populist, whatever. It doesn't mean that you could run any joke or punk, like it's saying it's sensitive, but in a way it's kind of like, yeah, like, we need to slow down on that type of stuff. Talking crazy, always want to be a troll, always just want to be negative. Like, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. So people are not really into that like no more. Like, haha, like all these troll, like, see, let me show you this. All these vloggers that are trolling people and saying stuff, and just like, when I say vloggers, I'm talking about the rappers, like the drill rappers that's hanging on to their life. I mean, to stay in the famous industry or famous era. You know, it's not gonna pop for y'all like that. You're not just gonna be able to go around and just record anything and troll about it. It's not. People are not really gonna be like, certain things. If you notice, what was a hit? Like certain things, you go around and you might just, there's a point when people are like, all right, record these, people fighting, kids fighting at school, recording it, people reacting to it. All right, that shit is cut out now because that era is over. Like, people ain't really into that type of stuff. People don't want to. As I said, so if you're not, to all these, you got to make music. You just can't be out there on the internet being funny and have your name in the algorithm like that. You're gonna have to be a podcaster. Everybody's gonna have to have a podcast, I guess. And talk about some shit. Cause that's where it's really at. It's not really, yeah, let me go here and say some shit, say some crazy shit. You gotta have some like shit set up like it's a podcast. I gotta have some extra shit going on. Some people might do whatever they want, but it's going to that era where it's not for these drill rappers. Not gonna be like that. They can't be out doing the crazy shit. They're gonna have to be sitting down there talking. You know, 'cause the reality they made it like that because they go hook up with these, do interview with these no jumpers and these other people. You know what I mean? So it's like that's not the life of every rapper. That's not what a rapper, you know, should do after his or her career. That to me is kind of dumb. That's why I said that I respect the rappers that were sent down with these dudes and doing the interview. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's not what a rapper who's never sit down did interviews like that. These rappers are just doing interviews with anybody. This person got locked up. I don't care. I still brought him to the hood. Who done that? I'm the only one that done that. Crazy. So now, in the long run, yes, it might seem like, but after a while, like 2 3 years, a year, somebody might come around and be like, oh, you know what I mean? That nigga got that nigga locked up, or that nigga brought that nigga in. So now, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of niggas shifting because, you know what I mean? The era shift. So what was good in your time might not be good in their time. You got to be careful what you're doing out here. Gotta be careful. You know, and be careful what you're doing out here. You gotta be careful what you're doing out here. You gotta be careful what you're doing out here. Crazy time, man. Crazy, crazy time. Everything is just shifting so crazy. Crazy, boy. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Yeah, it's just like that. That's what these, if you're not beating up, you can't just chill, and be. I notice these rapper or whatever, but they got Chanel for man now too. What? Oh wow, ooh. They got Chanel for man. They got Chanel for man. I did not see Chanel for man. Like, they got Chanel makeup, Chanel handbag for ladies. Oh, crazy. Mm-mm-mm-mm. The world that we live in these days, it's crazy. It's crazy. And the ads that we make when we put on TV, yeah, I'm talking real shit. It's like, that's not I'm gonna be paying for no ads. I gotta get a certain age, I'm gonna pay for no ads. No, no ads. No. And some of these ads be like they be like more brainwashing than to your kids than the shows that they're watching. Yeah, it's crazy. Madness. They got Chanel for man. Like a lot. I'm telling you, anything that's for man, I don't buy it. Anything that's a man that's in a man category, I don't buy it. Real talk for my girl. You crazy. Nah, yeah. She ain't getting no Chanel. Real talk. I understand we gotta, but the Chanel was always for women now. You cannot switch the game up. Chanel is a woman now. You know what I'm saying? We cannot do that yet. That's the shit I'm talking about. Real talk. Stuff like that. Some of y'all gonna do that because y'all losing sales. So y'all looking money. So y'all don't want to give under the after the man. That's the other side of the fence. When I say this, you know, when you can't sell, then maybe you guys should learn. Frugal mama, what's good? What's good with it? What's good with it? You know, when you're when you're thing there, when you're doing all this and giving everything giving away the ladies thing, what are they gonna have? Soon they're gonna be looking around like they gonna pick this, can't wear this outfit. We can't. It's crazy. It's crazy. I just think it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. I guess it's the option is if you want to dress like a man today, you can dress like a man. If you want to dress like a woman today, it's like a woman. But if a woman wants to be a woman, they should always be a woman. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I just think it's crazy that we got Chanel stuff for men. You know what I mean? I don't remember growing up. You know what I mean? Because I had this one homeboy I used to buy it. You know what I mean? All his girl wanted was Chanel. I mean that relationship never lasted too long. You see what I'm saying? But and her name was Chanel too. My bad, her name was Chanel. So you would bought her Chanel because her name was Chanel. But to have that shit from man, and I know, and that's not only in that category. If y'all notice, ladies, y'all go out to get y'all favorite makeup. You know what I mean? Just look the name on it before you get it. Look at the name on your makeup before you get it. You know what I mean? And look what it says. Think I'm lying. Real shit. My girl's the one that pointed that out to me when she was ordering some shit. She's like, you see this shit? Yeah, I'm not ordering from these people. You see what they're doing? I mean, we gotta have a level playing field, yo. You know what I mean? We can't telling, everybody to have respect for women, but incorporated people you know what I mean? It's like they do whatever they want. We gotta tell them too, as a sense, have respect for women too, like be fair to us as females. Y'all gotta tell them that. You know what I mean? Y'all can't say this nigga to this and that man to that or that girl to that and this, you know what I mean? This girl to that or she to or whatever that. No, you gotta tell them like these some of the stuff for y'all. You know what I mean? Real talk. That's the next reason I don't want my daughter to get into that shit because that shit be crazy. They got that shit and y'all just got this shit. And y'all just need just a woman, bro. If I could be walking in the store, I say it's gonna be crazy. 2026 gonna be mad. It's gonna be crazy. Crazy. That's how low key see a lot of people, they're not into certain things because they don't do certain things. And that's why they're not in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B was acting like an idiot, acting like a ghetto queen. Of course, she was in the algorithm, right? But the minute she said, "Oh, I don't homeschool my kid and I don't do all that because I don't want him to," next thing you know what I mean? She's not in the algorithm because she said that. Mhm. So it's gonna be a wild year for us in 2026. It's gonna be wild for y'all black females too, because if y'all be pretty as hell or look whatever you want, decent as hell, be the doctor, the most, the what do you call it, the lawyer, you know, you know, y'all just give y'all money. That's it. Y'all ain't important to y'all. Start shaking your ass and acting some crazy way. And y'all can be mad at me, but real and truly, that is it. That is it. You know what I mean? Every female that come on here, have changed their way, and they wasn't even like that growing up. It's because of how the social media operate, or the algorithm operate. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Shit, if you ain't doing crazy shit, acting crazy. And I see that with a lot of females. I see a lot of certain females put down with certain things that got numbers. They be getting like 200 views and all that stuff. The minute they put that ghetto trash down, the algorithm start fucking with them. The minute they pick it back up, you see what I'm saying? numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You know, it's a fact. The minute they start doing that ghetto crazy shit and start calling other females and start talking shit about black men and other shit and start bigging up, the white community, they get high praise. They panel, my bad, they channel. Yeah. But the minute they start doing shit like talking about certain things that are against what the government's doing or what's going on with them in real life, yeah, it stops. And that's the same thing with Krishan Rock. She went viral because she got into a fight, but she was doing other stuff. She went viral, and it's crazy. But when she wasn't doing all that and trying to do her thing, it's crazy. It's how they want y'all to be. So I said, y'all get caught up into that stuff and have like a whole bunch of, That's how I don't, especially for females. They get y'all into the social media background with these groups and, these girls, they're trying to manipulate y'all, trying to act like they're friends with y'all, but they're trying to manipulate y'all to break y'all down. It's crazy. And that's what they want. They don't want y'all in here talking on smart or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Look, I was just talking. Me and Rice was just talking crazy. The people in corporate start acting crazy. You see what I'm saying? Calling us the N-word and all that. Why? Because we are here talking about, we're not disrespecting Krishan Rock or, none of that. We're not doing none of that. We're just talking, what happened and speculating. But, yeah, that's what they want. If y'all notice, that's how they want the people in the top. Fuck, we ask for that. I don't know you. Somebody always first someone asks about. Okay, let me get back what I was saying. Yeah, what I was saying. I just think it's wild that she went viral again, but she never really got that much attention when she was trying to be, that person that not get on ratchet and get into a much fight like she was when she was Blueface. But as the minute she got into that one fight with those girls or whatever, recorded her. You see what I'm saying? Recorded her just because whatever that was. Maybe she staged it. I don't know. Maybe she got them girls to get, to start with her and get back in the algorithm because she figured out, all right, you know what? They don't like me like this. I try this. Try it. You gotta remember being in that type of top, like that. As I said, as this was one point, none of her pictures wouldn't be like this. Hold on, let me let what's her name in? Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna let you in. Hold on, let me see if I gotta see if. Yeah, that is not her. Why y'all troll putting up, trolling my homegirl. Lightspeed, why are you doing that? That's the second time you came in here doing that. You know what I mean? Why are you doing that, bro? Why are you putting up that's what I'm saying. Y'all be coming here trolling and playing with people thinking that not knowing that. Yeah. You mad? Yeah, kill myself, but you mad because you're trying to come up here underneath a fake name or somebody that you're seeing in my chat, right? and you trying to like make a like y'all, a lot of y'all need help. Y'all need, yeah, you see what I'm saying? I'm here. Y'all mad, yo. Don't be mad at, why y'all mad at us? Why y'all people come up in here tonight being mad? Why? 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 Y'all be sitting in the background and do like y'all don't stop. I must have said something that hurt somebody's feelings. I mean, crazy. I couldn't wait till I come back home and do this. 'Cause I know this has come from the at this point. This has come from the player community. Yeah, at this point, yeah, I just won't stop, bro. I give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Just give it up. Give it up, man. Y'all gotta win, but yeah, as I said, these people are mad at her because you know, or let me. What I was saying, yeah, I was saying maybe she, you know what I mean, wanted to be that person again because Blueface is on the algorithm with his girl, new girl, or whatever. So she might have paid these girls to do all that and stage all that to get back on the algorithm because she might have figured out like, yo, they don't like when I do this. They only like when I have wild out and crazy. So I'm gonna go back up wild and crazy. Crazy. A lot of crazy people. A lot of crazy people. I know there's a lot of crazy people on the internet. Y'all, why, yo? Yeah, I'm not gonna let y'all in. I really trying to do something. Wherever it is in the back, wherever it is, wherever that person is, straight loser. Straight weirdo. Weird. Weird, man. Y'all don't think it's colder than it was last year? And when it comes to the winter, it was cold. Dude keep coming with the same name, but what he does, he sit there and then he makes names of whoever he sees in the chat. In the chat. But not knowing that YouTube, you know what I mean, is so advanced that I hope that's the next thing. Before I cancel my StreamYard, I want to see if the next what do you call it, platform that I'm gonna go over is, you can see all that because I know on StreamYard you could, if they make a fake name, you could see that shit. I mean, just like at first I was letting these idiots because I thought, I was checking, but a whole bunch of made up names just to troll people. But yeah, I'm gonna keep saying this, yeah. I don't know, maybe Krishan Rock should have stayed, maybe she did. Maybe she did it. But yeah. So right. Raisa showed me a video this morning. Raisa showed me a video this morning, right? And in that video, your favorite screener, I admit, I'm being around and trying. And I was like, wow, both parties are making fool out of themselves. But whoever that white dude was in that chat, he asked you a question that you couldn't answer. So yeah, a lot of these niggas don't have no talking point, and they dumb. They're slow, they dumb, stupid. You ask you a simple question. So did you know that was a China radio? Oh, am I Rufio? The fuck? How did Rufio come in this? You know what I mean? We're talking about you. You. You know what I mean? And the people I used to harass Rufio back in the days, it's not like they came to his house or he was in a parking lot or you know what I mean. They came to his job. No, that was some random, weirdo. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, dude. You know what I mean? And it was two niggas too. But the point is, Rufio had never had that person in like or be seen with no trying to say, "Oh, what am I, Rufio?" You see what I'm saying? People do that all the time. People trying to put a jacket on people when they wear the jacket so many times. You know what I mean? But they'll try to take it off, and even though it don't fit you, they'll try to take it off and put it on you when they're the one that's been wearing it. Yeah, crazy. A lot of crazy. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I said, damn, this is stuff that's going on around. You know what I mean? People still calling people, still telling people that, yeah, people still have that. And that's that thing where as long as you're on the internet, you could dress like a tranny. And he was a man, especially when he was head of straight man. And if you're a straight man, the transgender or whatever, the LGBT community, they might have some questions. They might have some questions. That's what I'm saying. Because if someone asks you that, and you can't answer the question, that means you're guilty. Who knows? When the camera's off, you might want to go do something. This is why I don't put myself in certain things. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because a lot of things is very, very, very looking weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm about to boy that. I roll with the fish then. It's a massive. When I roll with a fish, I don't roll with the fishes. You know what I mean? That's why I don't never, you know what I mean? That's why certain niggas, what? Take what serious? Go back and forth with who? You see these niggas pass? Do you see these men going to ask men? Men. You know what I mean? Men. And when I was watching that video, New York said some slick shit. He was like, yo, that's crazy. He said, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo was proud of me. Yo was proudly bragging about what him and the young girl was doing in the room. Proudly telling the world, oh, we was doing this. And I'm watching this. I'm like, look at these black man that's the next black man that we have people losing their job over sleeping with women of a certain age, not because they want to and they're willing to. And he's on the internet talking like that. Wow. People wonder why they lose their job, but yeah. It's yeah. I don't, just like I said, I don't, not that, but I'm not gonna downgrade myself to that level. I'm like those people in the background. You know, I just watch and when we get the chance to see whatever type of stuff, nah. I got a person that's my age and everybody else. That's why I said majority of these men on here, you gotta watch for them. You gotta watch for these men on here. Majority of these men that call themselves grown men, you gotta watch. No way in hell if you're in your 40s and you got a daughter, that's what I'm saying, or 50 something, you should be fucking a girl almost the same age as your daughter. I'm sorry. It just looks weird. It just looks weird, even though the age is legal. But I mean, it just looks weird. It just looks weird. Especially when that kid is almost the same age as your daughter or your son. It just looks weird. It just looks weird. But these are the type of stuff people promote and people will celebrate on here. And said, yeah, this is who, no. A lot of these men on here, they will do that. These are the type of men that you'll catch them in the bathroom with other friends. You know what I mean? And those type of men, we beat them up. You know what I mean? We beat them up and kick them out running away from the block. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of these things on here are weird. Weird. You know what I mean? But yeah, a lot of weird shit going on. A lot of weird shit going on. That's how it lot of crazy stuff going on. A lot of y'all got some jackets on y'all. A lot of y'all when y'all were trying to be funny. Back then y'all were trying to export. As I said, certain things that was funny. It's not funny no more. So people gonna look at it and be like, damn, they did that. You was doing that back then. You was with what? They gonna laugh no matter what it is. Now, you know what I mean? That's why I say you got questions. Questions. Yeah. That a motherfucker is crazy. And this shit. Wow. Wow, man. Wow. Wow on here, boy. Let me tell you. That's why I don't watch. I just stay in my room. You know what I mean? Stay in my shit. And I hang out with people, man, you know, whatever. Listen, I'm saying it. Yeah. And we fuck with the young people and we do business, we make money. That's about it. I mean, keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? Especially when, you see what I'm saying? Like, damn. Y'all niggas crazy. Y'all niggas is weird. Weird. Yeah, weird. A lot of weird stuff going on YouTube. I don't do shit, but don't have no shame. I mean, I can't do everything, but yeah. Very interesting, man. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So that's the shit that I see in Iran. So interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. You know, people still doing that ratchet stuff. I think it's time. I think it's time for me to, you know, bring back some real type of, you know, I think it's time for me to, you know, show the people, the new people around me, or the, you know, the community how, you know, what, you know, what you should do or what you should be doing, still be doing. You know, creating your own, building your home, you're building with the good people on. I think you guys might. I think I might have to give you guys one. My girl, where you want? I think it's my job. I'm not.
No,
Hey,
please.
stop. I'm not doing that. Leave me alone. I'm not lifting you up.
No, leave.
I'm not lifting you.
Where's my flashlight?
It's in the room. Forget it.
My flashlight is in the case.
In the closet. Forget it.
Casey.
Not in the kitchen. Don't have it.
Oh, it's in the flashlight.
It's in the what?
Yes.
Yeah. Bring it to mommy. Bring it to mommy. Take your batteries. I think there's some batteries. Yeah. You know, a lot of pretty interesting stuff. You know, and I think I'm about one of these days, I might do something. You know, so some of y'all black people on here, like some of y'all people that think, yeah, like you know, I think it's all. I think that crazy shit. Yeah, they let me I only stopped doing that shit on here because, you know, black people, same black people about certain other black people. Well, I got to charge you because you did this to me, and I'm gonna take it for all the black people. All the black people. Well, you know, let me touch nobody. And I said I could have. I never thought I would do it. That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't put none of my business out there because You know what I mean? I had a lot of people. Like, people are still trying to find out right now, where do my kid earn at? Crazy. People are still trying to find out. Don't worry. I'm going to bring, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, that shit is. I'm going to show y'all what you're supposed to be doing. And that, you know, what a real life, you could build. And if, if your girls don't lift her up, if your niggas don't lift her up, you know what I mean? If your niggas out, your girls having a bad month or a bad couple months, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Niggas having a bad couple months, same shit. That's how this shit works. You know what I mean? And everything will be fine on the next end. Not everybody is for everybody. You know what I mean? But that's why if you got something and you had it for a long time and you're going through a minute, yo, listen. Yeah, that shit work. So many people on here are evil. So many people on here are evil. You know what I mean? Alright. You know what I'm saying? I just people on here are evil. Wicked people. Wicked people. I'm gonna show y'all. Come, princess, come take this. Stop playing with me. Here. Stop playing. Play some, bro. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. I said, man, they're crazy. That's what people want to do. That's the life, life of. And then y'all should be changing that. That shouldn't be a life as a black man, as a couple. And always talking crazy and doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? Real talk. At a certain age, as I said, you're supposed to be showing a girl like, yo, baby, this is what we're gonna be for 5 years from now, 2 years from now. Not telling your whole fucking sex life to all your friends that are grown man, and you know what I mean. So he can go tell to his friends and tell your whole business and talk about your girl. Like, niggas do dumb shit on here. That's why a lot of these niggas is single. A lot of these niggas just they you know what I mean. They can't get no grown woman. They just stop with whatever. You know what I mean. And that's why these girls gotta be like, I have something to make. You can see why they say that. Oh, y'all niggas get the coochie. Y'all niggas get some the freakiest shit of your fantasy. Y'all telling the world, y'all friends, the person, you know what I mean, the neighbor, the pastor, like, why are we doing that? Why? It's no work. That's why I'm with my girl for so long, because I don't do those phony shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, really, like, your nigga's supposed to tell you like where you're gonna be. You know what I mean? You might be in the same, spot for a long time, but at least you're making your own money, not working for nobody. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And if you're, if you gotta do that, that's your own thing. At least you're not selling your ass. You know what I'm saying? You're not on OnlyFans website. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, man, it's supposed to be all like that. But if you're gonna put yourself on a big playing field, like a business, or in the restaurant business, just remember there's ups and downs. Even if you're into like the technical engineering, all that stuff, there's gonna be ups and downs. It's gonna be on. So you just gotta hold it down. But as I said, I think one of these days or one of these months, I don't know. Maybe in 2026, I will do a live where I'm putting out some recipes and doing some stuff up there. You know what I mean? At the spot, at the catering spot. But I don't do that no more because I just find out there's a lot of people on here. And the majority of them is black people. I still get the same energy from the Caucasian people. That's why I understand how, why some people will separate themselves from certain communities or the people, because the same people, I'll be like, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And then you got it going on, next, something going on. You know what I mean? Them people that I was talking to you and saying, "Oh, you're doing good and all this." They talking shit about. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have nothing going. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And I thought it was funny when people was making fun of people that that's what I mean, that only got a woman working in the house and the man is not working, and y'all thought that's cute. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all are crazy. That's why I said a lot of y'all live certain way. A lot of y'all do certain things. A lot of y'all will live with a woman and say, I never worked, I never did anything. I mean, you know what I mean? But all right, we get it. A lot of y'all make fun of people like that. I get it. Hey, that's why I said, you ain't gonna get nobody respecting the females that are doing things that they own. They get their own money, their own business, starting up their own. You see what I'm saying? My girl said this all the time. Thank God I ain't going out with no female. And I'm like, yeah, thank God I ain't go with none of them niggas that. You see what I'm saying? That's into certain things. That is just, it's me and her business on the sheet. Like her name, her first name, and her last name, her we're both of us shit. You know what I mean? There's only thing one, we need to just make it one all and all. You know what I mean? But yeah, you do your thing and you got your thing going on. No one could take that away from you. Even the haters. A lot of these haters right now, they're looking sour as fuck. And you know what I mean? Sour as fuck. Sour. I mean, because they thought you was down and, they telling all these lies. Yeah. All this other stuff. You ain't gotta pay attention to your shit. Do your crap. I remember Ruby. She used to paint, on the she came on this, you know what I mean? She used to be on YouTube. She not here no more though. She painted. Like, do a lot of little craft stuff, a lot of little neat, unique stuff that you could sell. You know what I mean? As I said, I came from the community where it wasn't about drama. Everybody had a talent. And that's why I said this is all new to me, where everybody just on here talking just to, I mean, bro, J. Room Music Screen was not like that. Everybody had a talent. You know what I mean? Laura Crawford was a weird shit, but he had his little, you know what I mean, own way of going live. Sometimes everybody had something that, there's no swag to this shit no more. There's no, you know what I mean? Do it dumb. At one time, you couldn't be an old head nigga with a young girl. That's what I'm fucking and bragging about. I guess it's cool to do all that now, but I don't know. Especially that almost the same with your daughters. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I can see why them, that's why I said, certain niggas, whoever, Silverback do say, niggas that, that every day, that, not, that leave me a message in my inbox. If not on the PS4, on the PlayStation, and say, Chef, you know what I mean? You're still good. You're still your same girl. And when they ask me that, I know what they mean. You know what I mean? They say you are a family man. You know what I mean? You always look out for your family. You always make sure your girl is right. I said, yeah. You know what I mean? Because I know where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? I know the struggle I went through, and I know what I did. I know the shit that I pissed her off, and she had to stand by, she had to stick and deal with it. You know what I mean? I wasn't her fault. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But a lot of niggas not built like that. They pussy. You know what I mean? That's a lot of men more like, they'll love the clout and love the camera, that like the light camera action more than the female. Love the attention more than the female, which I think that's so wrong. Like, niggas shouldn't be trying to get more attention than the female. The minute I ask, my girl will tell you, and her cousins or aunts or whatever, her nephews, they'll tell you. The minute I go to the party and that I feel like the attention is coming my way, they'll know, like, they'll be like, all right, they know the layoff. They know, like, all right, he don't want the attention. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna, you know what I mean? And then they'll go to my girl, because I'm not like that. I'm not trying to take just like when I go to make these drops off, we make her catering. Like, I don't say, oh, yeah, I'm the architect. You know what I mean? I started the whole thing and then give my girl the idea, and you know what I mean, with it. But I don't try to do the, oh, all right, you know what? No. You see what I'm saying? I don't try to take the attention, make it look like, talk about me and only shake my hand and only, no, give her respect too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. You got to look at her, like, especially, I don't care who you is. You got to look at her and talk to her when you're talking to me. I don't mind if you just talk to her and, you know what I mean? And just let me know, all right, I'm a good. You see what I'm saying? Because it's business. You know what I mean? You a man and you can't talk to a woman about a business without feeling some type of way and feeling some type of disrespectful and want to call her up by her name or want to say, oh my God, your ass is this or your this is that. You know what I mean? All right, you know what I mean? She already knows she look good. She already knows she's beauty. Like, that's the whole point. You listen, you got to be like that. You have to be you have to be where, it's like that, where both of y'all, are going to call a shot because she might see something and you might not want to talk to that crowd. You know what I mean? So you're like, all right, you might look over there as a female and you be like, all right, I see, 5 men over there and I see like 3 women. You know what? You're going to do the most of the talking. And then you'll be like, all right. And you might look over there and be like, all right, we're going to make this drop. We can't just drop the food off and leave. You got to have a conversation. But people like talk. So, you might have your girl do that. That's why in 2026 it's going to be like this. Women don't want to be in an all workplace no more because they're sick and tired of injuries. They're sick and tired of the government telling them they need to be working by themselves. No, they don't want to lift this stuff. They let the man do that. The man should be carrying all that heavy stuff for them. You know what I mean? We have all these women pushing all this heavy stuff, you know what I mean? Breaking themselves down. No. That's what I'm saying. I hear this because I when you're in the field, you might you might cater for a restaurant. You might see other people that are like, oh, and trust me, that's why, and that's the next thing why you gotta have, when you're in your business, your girl gotta be on board with your wife or whatever, because you might get a call for something, for like some type of painting or some type of setup. You might need a camera, technical electrician. We need a camera set up, and they might not want to talk to a male. They might want to talk to a female. So it's like that, but it's not going to be like that in 2026. It's going to be like where we're going to be working together as a whole, man and woman. And I think that was the breakdown, is when we try to separate the both. When we gotta have respect, bro. We can't just be, you know what I mean, looking at women, staring at women breasts and all that stuff, and looking at, you know what I mean, all that stuff. So we gotta look into the eye contact and just, get into that. We shouldn't have, an all woman workplace or all man workplace, or a woman should feel comfortable because, you know what I mean, a man is always yelling at his girl. So he thinks that if he goes to somewhere, he could go yell at the woman because she works, and you could yell at your wife all the time, so you come and yell at your employee. No, it doesn't work like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, I think it's that for us to get back on that level as working together. Because some managers dirty, and some women are fucked up. So that's why I'm saying, I'm good. I will never try to get into nothing on the side or nothing. I'm good. Too much, crybabies out here. There's too much people do shit on purpose. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I said all my family members, my cousins, I'm happy they're good. I'm happy they don't have to go into that stage where they have to be good. It's just for the kids growing up, I feel sorry for them, especially for a boy, and light skin and black females. I feel, that's why I said, that's why I'm always going to call out the bullshit. You know what I mean? Because the future look messed up for them as females. You know what I mean? They want to cut out certain things, and they want to kind of like, be, rude and just be like, they crazy about certain things. They're crazy, but yeah, it's like that. Yeah. That's why I don't do those. I don't stoop down. If I would have stooped down to the street level, Jen, I'll get you a new one tomorrow. Okay? Deal? Okay, go show him. Open the door and show it to him. Don't bang. Just open and show it. So yeah, like, you see what I'm saying? Like that. When my daughter gets mad, I don't want nobody to be talking to her. I just want her to talk to her like I talk to her. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Different. I can't really say that, but still, the woman and man level needs to get back together, because you could could go out and you could see a black couple that's been together for a long time. And you could go out and you could see a Caucasian couple that's been together for a long time. And you could always see a new black couple that they just got together by the way they act. I don't know if it's a time or they got together or maybe it's because of the era. And you could always see the time too. Anybody, it could be a, black, white. You could always tell when they just started their relationship. But you could always, when you go out and you bump into people, right? So you have a conversation, you might see other, a couple, and then, you might be somewhere, you might be out at a coffee shop, and, that's when you know that is a couple that's been together for long, because guess what? They're going to say hi. The husband might gonna have a conversation with you, or the girl might have a conversation with your girl. That's a couple that's been together for a long time. A couple that hasn't been together, it's just like they don't really know how to talk to other couples because they're just trying to be a couple themselves. That's how you tell the new age couple and the one that's been together for a long time. Like you could always tell that because they don't know how to talk to other couples, or they might just see the girl that's been, or the girl that's been with this guy, the girl that's been with this guy for a long time, and then see how they act and see how that relationship. And now the girl sees that. So what the girl does now is go and start kissing on her man, because that's what that other couple is looking at the other couple like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Because they've been together for a long time, so they don't need to do that. But that's how you know when that person has only been together for say 6 months or a year, and you get that them person been together for say, am I lying, Rice?
All right, I'm back, bro. My bad, smoking.
Rice,
My bad.
Am I lying though, Rice?
Nah, what we talking about, man? This girl done went and bought another TV. Shit.
That's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm trying to get it. You know what I mean? After this Sony, I'm trying to replace the other. I'm trying to get the Sony out my room. I'm trying to convince
I think she want all Samsung everything. So this is Samsung TV. Now I got this.
But I was saying, though, right? What I was saying too, and I'm pretty sure your girls gonna agree with me when I say this. I was saying new couples, when you could tell when two people just start going out, right? Because like me and you know, we won't know each other, right? But I'll see you with your girl and you see with my girl. But then we might be in the line and we might have a talk about sports or something, and then your girl might be talking to my girl because I said something to you, right? You know what I mean? That's a couple that's been together for a long time. But a new couple now will see a couple that's that's been together for a long time and seen a girl that look good or the dude, you know what I mean? And then the girl might be seeing a girl that, you know what I mean, see how that couple is and start kissing on her man. That's because they just met. They just start dating each other. The other couple don't need to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because they've been together for so long. They so cool and so trustful of each other and so freely. You know what I mean? They don't know to do all that. So now they're looking at that couple like, yeah, remember we used to do that. You know what I'm saying? They're new. So that's how you know when a new relationship is, you know what I mean, is about, because they all do that. You know what I mean? That's what they do. But,
bro, I don't even know where to put this TV.
But I'm saying though, the man in relate. If people are acting like, oh, anti-man or woman this, don't be friend with them, especially when you have a relationship. In a relationship, when together, it's all in that relationship. It's not about the man says or the woman said. You know what I mean? It's all about together, and that's what makes it happen. And I heard the guy said this about Cassie, right? He's like, oh, a lot of people treating Cassie and not getting on me in the comment because I said Cassie liked what she did, and Diddy had to pull her off of me because she wouldn't stop. You know what I mean? And Diddy was getting jealous, right? But they're getting mad at me in the comments. The guy that is taking Cassie to court. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the guy that so they're mad at him because he's taking her to court. So she's going to court by herself. You know what I mean? Whatever. So now he's saying, yeah, she was in love with Diddy because Diddy give her everything she wants. You know what I mean? And those relationships don't really, it's only value on money. But the girl that you met and don't really want to give her no money like that is the girl that you lost longer with. He's right about that. The girl that you want that wants a bag and this and that, She's gonna be hard to find a relationship because in the head of her, in the back of her mind, she's always thinking about a bag. You know what I mean? You're not.
Right.
If you're going in a relationship like that, then you're gonna get used. You're gonna you know what I mean? I don't understand what he's saying, and we talk about it all the time. If you go with your hand out, Rice, they're gonna always want something. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna if you go, you're gonna always do that. And when he was saying, I'm like, he's right because right now, you know, when I was in a relationship, when I had to buy all the time, even when it was unnecessary, you know what I mean? Look where you see what I'm saying, and look where this relationship is at now. You know what I mean, Bill? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? My girl wasn't asking for no money like that. As I said, you never hear her say, "Oh, buy me this," or "Babe, I need to go to the mall to get money."
Right.
Never. She ain't never, ever. Knowing this girl, she ain't never done that. And this is why we got a business together. You know what I mean? And he wasn't lying when he said that. When a woman value those things, if she don't, you know what I mean, she go around and value the long run, like having a business with you or having something with you, instead of like, oh, I need a bag or just to go get, you know, look good all the time. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna get to that. It's gonna be a short-term relationship. It's not gonna be a long-term relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to keep her looking good and show off her to your friends and everybody else and social media. That's not. It don't base on that because one day, you know what I mean, it gonna switch on you because you might not want to do that because you might get to the level now where you really, really, really like now you want to marry this girl or when she want to do the same thing when you're married. You see what I'm saying? And you know they're gonna say, oh well, you can't say that because you met her when she was married and a woman rights and that. That's the only time when I know when it seems like a woman got rights is when she wants to explain away what she should do when she's in a marriage. I think that is crazy. You know, crazy. That's why I said that's why we having these things there. Christians carrying out mass shootings because that shit that happened in Australia. Them people are Christian people that do them things. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. All the stuff that's been going on. To the Charlie Kirk stuff, yo. People look at all the stuff. Been Christian people been carrying out mass shootings, bro. Right? Somebody lying?
No.
Look what's going on. Everything is based on religion and Christianity. You know what I mean? It's with the whole look. And I'm gonna show you Israel and them people that what's the next Gaza, like them people down there. You see what I'm saying? They you know what I mean? It's been like that, y'all. Islam, Israel, them, it's been a religious war. We're in a religious war time right now. You're gonna have to pick a side, and that's what's going on right now. Everything, the mass shooting, is all about religion, all about religion and Christianity. That's all what's going on right now. That's why I said people say, "Oh, we're living in a tent." No, we're not. Well, back in my days, Christians was not so violent. Christians never had no such thing of violence. They were so caring and, you know what I mean? Making sure everybody was fit and the homeless was okay and the people was off the drugs. All them Christian people don't care about it. You know, am I lying, Rice? The Christian people are back there used to make sure you're not on drugs. No, the Christian them it's like they're more violent. They wanna it's like they carrying out acts of violence.
Yeah.
What the hell is that about? You know what I mean? Christian people shouldn't be loading up with guns and shooting up places like that. That's not right. You know what I mean? It's not right.
That's what they do.
It's not right. All this stuff. That's why I'm saying, y'all people come in here and get mad at us. Don't be mad at us. Because I notice every time something tragedy happens across the world and it affects every black people, you guys try to attack us. Every time. Why? Why you guys try to attack black people and try to show them do something? Well, you see this shit, you see this stuff? That's why I said you can't really put certain things. When we go out there and we build stories and we do all this other stuff, and talk about, a man that's doing his time and we're not worrying about sidetracking people, not paying attention to these people that's carrying out this terrorist mass shootings attack. You know what I mean? Listen, man. So crazy. But yeah, dude wasn't lying. So I want to see how they're gonna play that case out with Cassie and this dude though. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? The man said Diddy had to come over there and get her off me. You know what I mean? And Diddy had to tell her to stop.
Right.
So I'm just trying to figure out how is that? If So you telling me if my girl's over there doing something and I go take her off and and I say, yo, and I get mad at her and say, what the fuck you doing tonight? And I pull her, in a club and I pull her on in the corner of the next nigga, it's my fault. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bro.
pretty much.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Y'all ladies gotta speak out. Y'all just can't want the bag, because if y'all about the bag and y'all keep saying, oh well, no. And dude is right. You ain't got the girls them that are complaining about the bag that just want to work and just want a nigga to do a thing and have a master plan. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the tunnel, when the light is, these niggas don't have that, yo. You know what I mean? That's why they want these and these girls don't want that. They just want the money right there. They just want some of these girls anyway. That's why y'all be looking for the wrong thing. That's why these niggas will do that to y'all. You know what I mean? Because y'all see and y'all get lightheaded. Y'all get, big headed when y'all see that these fancy things and all these, so they know exactly what you're about. You know what I mean? And that's the manipulation. You just let a female talk, listen to what she likes. You know what I mean? And then you just do all the things that she says she likes. You see what I'm saying? Stop putting your business on. That's what I used to do when I was in school. What? So, that's what I'm saying. The name of the game. I don't talk your, like that. And things don't. Like I said, right? I was growing up, dude.
Hold on, yeah, I got the wrong. I'm in the comments.
Yeah. I was growing up, dude. I didn't have none of my homies. None of my homies could have been going around telling people what we're doing with these females. I mean, because it wasn't like that. You couldn't be like, we don't go, it's called kiss and tell. We don't kiss and tell. You know what I mean? So you going around bragging like this, it's crazy, a lot of that. I mean, a woman could do whatever she wants. You know what I mean? But that's what a woman's supposed to do. And that's when you kind of like, all right. You know what I mean? If anything goes on, you really can't say nothing, because I didn't say anything. She's the one that went and telling me. So, wow, you're in a predicament where you can't really get in trouble. Can't really get in trouble. So I forgot to ask Rice who was winning. I don't want to watch this game. I don't want to watch this game, y'all. I don't want to know who's winning. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to think this game. I don't want to look at it yet. I don't want to look at this game yet. I'm about to, I don't want to look at this game yet. This game is mad. But yeah, it's crazy out here. That's all I gotta say. You gotta just think about a couple of things that just think about the stuff that I said. Stop putting your business out there. I say you get caught. Somebody watch you and listen to what you said and go do all that. And play y'all, females. That's how y'all be doing it. I seen it done in this community too. Niggas hear what females like about, and then they go do it. They do everything the female wants, that they heard the female talk about what they're into. And then when they get their one, they switch up. Yeah, this girl's so tired. She's ready to go to sleep. Out of the bougie bear. Jen, come here, bougie bear. That's her nickname. She has two nicknames: Jen, Bougie Bear. It's your Bougie Bear shirt. What's up, princess? Come here, Bougie Bear. Come here. Say some gangster shit. Say some gangster shit for me, Jen. Boy, that's little girl. Trust me, as I said, she ain't gonna be like everybody. She gonna be less like her mom. You know, wherever her boyfriend or her husband is going to say, all right. You know what I mean? They just gonna have to give her stuff because she wants to, because she's not gonna be like, oh, let me have, or, you know what I mean? Or whatever. Come here, princess. Come here, Bougie Bear. Come here, Bougie Bear. What's up? Shut up.
Again. A cake? You make it swirly?
Yeah, you make a strawberry cake.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not making no strawberry cake. Your mama's making a strawberry cake, not me. Remember, Daddy's not the baker. I'm just the cook.
Oh.
It's a star. That's what I'm saying. That's the first. Now we got a red star. Like, look at that. We went from.
Cheeseburgers?
Yeah, we went from.
What in the cheeseburgers?
Yes.
No.
Wendy's.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's this?
Bacon.
Bacon? What?
Crispy onions, cheese.
Jesus,
What is that? Bacon, crispy onion, cheese, and
Oh,
marshmallow.
yes. Yes. Oh, yes. And McDonald's easy.
McDonald's is yucky. We don't eat that. You know that.
You eat the good Donald.
Yeah, McDonald's is trash. McDonald's haven't been in this house for like almost 2 years now. Doing a pretty good job. I remember the last time they got it was a mango smoothie, and it's kind of them fake food, but them the fake food that was messing up. Those are the food that they be tampering with. You know what I mean? It's a fast food. Yeah, I'm not doing none of that. So yeah. But it's yeah, man, we gotta make sure the youth them is on the right track. That's how that's how I'm saying. The youth them is on the right. I think she gonna into science too. Because she like the nature girl. But motherfuckers that have daughters, and talk the crazy stuff they talk. Like I never seen none of the people that come up on you like Rise. I never seen them saying crazy stuff while their daughter's in the next room. Motherfuckers will talk some crazy ass shit while they're like I said, and their daughter's like above the age. But I'm just saying like me. When I grew up, my mom never talked a certain way when I was in like my teenage adult days. You know what I mean? Because and that's crazy. That's like I will never tell, say whatever, talk nothing in front of my son, sexual, like me and my girls about it. Niggas do that with their daughter. Fuck, I mean, your son, I get it. But your daughter, niggas is crazy. I say, well, boy, a lot of y'all, man. A lot of y'all. That's why a lot of y'all crazy. That's why a lot of y'all don't know to talk when y'all are around. I know there's a lot of y'all people, right? That a lot of y'all talking on point go down. When y'all see a car gauge in person, y'all scared to talk, scared to answer the question. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because that's what y'all is. Y'all don't know to talk to people. You know what I mean? So, when it's time to talk, to ask questions and talk properly, y'all say, it's fucking white person. This shit is crazy. Absolutely. I mean, so that's like going into an office and seeing a black lady as a boss, and because she's not talking ratchet, she doesn't have that hood accent, then you can't talk to her. This place is not for me. No, we can't do all that. A lot of y'all crazy, man. I said, a lot of y'all niggas don't got no talking points. Only have strength for your own people. Y'all only have, that's it. Y'all only hand. When it comes to black people, that's the only time y'all want to be disrespectful and want to disrespect. I want to say something crazy and be funny. That's it. That's it. I mean, but a lot of y'all, I would love to see how some of y'all operate, how y'all make a plan. You know, write down something, even create like a something like just write a whole game plan. I would love to see some of y'all game plan write down and set, even like y'all pros and cons for business. I would love to see how y'all do it. You know, what is your slogan? All that stuff. What do y'all? I love to see it because at this point, at this age, I don't need to argue with none of y'all motherfuckers because y'all dumb. Y'all still acting like fucking teenagers and y'all in your early 20s. So y'all a long time ago, right? When I was a long time ago, this, right, in my mid 30s, that I was not going to act certain thing like oh y'all acting a certain age. And now I'm at this age, I'm definitely acting like that. Like some of these idiots was acting when it was, you know what I mean? No, there's no point of that. No. There's no point in that. You know, no whatsoever. But yeah, what we at right now? It's 5-hour mark. I'm probably gonna do something real quick. All right, y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know. But Bobby's murder. Man, make sure you do it. You know, don't owe people money before you go on stage, so they don't have to get at you and don't tell people you're gonna analyze them. Krishan Rock. I'm setting up your location, and that's it. I'm out.